Hello, and welcome to a 25-minute signature sculpt series. This is probably an intermediate to an advanced flow. So let's get started. We'll meet in child's pose at the top of your mat. So moving yourself with your knees out wide, big toes together in the back to touch. Reach those arms long, settle the forehead into the mat and soften the shoulders away from the ears. You can rock that forehead side to side, kind of massaging the spine, the sinuses, and then come back to that still position. Take a big breath in, really lifting up through the back of the heart space. And a slow breath out your mouth or your nose, snuggling that rib cage between the thighs. You can flutter those eyes closed and just turn that focus inward. Think about that breath. Thinking about intentional and purposeful movement. Knowing that in a sculpt class, it's okay to back off, to set those weights down, to take any modification that's necessary. Or maybe this is the day where you really meet your edge. Breathe in, spreading the ribs in the back of the heart space. Breathe out, softening shoulders, softening through the small of the back. When we move through a sculpt class, it's just really important to take notice of how your body is feeling, to move with intention, knowing that you're building strength to remain an active participant in life. As you breathe in, try to lengthen through the tailbone and the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, melt into the mat. You can think of an intention for this sculpt class, a person you're thinking about, a goal you're working towards, a verse or quote that's important to you. And just set that in your mind. Come back to it if things become overwhelming. On the next inhale, peel that forehead off the mat and walk those hands off the right corner of the mat. We'll bring that forehead back down. If you find you need a little bit more, pick up that left hand and place it on top of the right. Keep breathing as those ribs spread apart on the left side. So we're giving that chest a lot of room to grow and expand here. Bringing in some oxygen to the body. Slowly walk back to center and we'll walk those hands off the left side of the mat. You can take that option of placing the right hand on top of the left if that feels good for you and if you have the space. Slowly walk it back to center. Now tent onto those fingertips. Really press the fingertips into the mat. You might feel the small of the back start to open up a little bit. And bringing those palms down, bring chin to chest, roll yourself up really round the spine. Look at your feet. Slowly walk those knees in so they're directly under the hips and walk those hands in so they're directly under the shoulders. Rock side to side. Be generous with your movement here. Hips go one direction, head goes the other. Just starting to wake up that spine. And coming back to center, a couple cat cows. On inhale, let the belly fall, thread the heart through. On exhale, round the spine, press the earth away. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. This is our last time. Exhale, cat, and hold. Coming back to a neutral spine. Walk those knees together. Extend that right leg straight behind you. Circle that ankle one direction. And go the other. Find that pause. Flex the right foot. Grow long in the arm. Bring your chest away from the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that right leg on the left side of your mat. Look past left shoulder. Getting a big stretch on that right side body. Now bring the gaze between your thumbs. Pick up that right leg and bring that right foot on the outside of the right hand. You can stretch the hips forward just a little bit. Starting to warm up the back of the legs, and then we'll flow this. So bring that right leg back, touch with the ball of the foot on that left side, and bring it forward and find that deep stretch. Let's try one more time. Walk it behind you. Bring it forward and stay right here. Left hand plants, right hand can guide that knee to the side. Chest stays open and that right hand comes down. Right knee comes back to meet left and wriggle those hips side to side. Always want to reset the spine. Left leg goes back. Circle ankle one direction. And then the other. Find that pause with that foot flex. Grow long in the arms. Inhale. Exhale, set those left toes on the right side of the mat. We'll look past the right shoulder. The shoulders are squared at the top of the mat. Look between the thumbs. Left leg goes up. Set that left foot on the outside of the left hand. A little stretch forward here. And send that left leg back to the right side. Bring it forward, stretch, sink into the hips. Bring it all the way back, touch. And then bring it all the way forward. We'll stay right here. Right hand plants, left hand guides that knee open. Might need to readjust that knee as you move through that. Bring that left hand down. Bring that left knee in to meet the right. Walk the hands forward a little bit and walk those hips from side to side. Come back to center, curl the toes under, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. Take those pedals as you need them. Maybe you're pedaling one at a time. Maybe you're doing both at the same time. Be intuitive about what the body needs as we warm up. Do you need a bigger stretch in the back of the legs, or does this feel pretty good for you today? You can wiggle the toes by picking them up and press the palms of the hands into the mat. Slowly walk those hands back towards our feet. This is forward fold. Feet should be hip distance. You can grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Let the head hang. Let the shoulders be heavy. I'm using gravity here to warm up through the back of the legs. Come back to center. Bring the hands in front of the feet. Take a halfway lift, flatten the back. With intention, we set the tailbone back. Exhale, fold, drop the head. Let's take a reverse swan dive all the way up. Arms come with ears. Flip the palms and back bend. Inhale brings us all the way up. Hands to prayer. Prayer comes to heart. Take an inhale. Exhale. Another inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to prayer, prayer to heart, and we will forward fold hands to the mat. Let the head fall, halfway lift. And fold it down. Walk it out to a plank pose. So spread those fingers as far apart from each other as you can. Shoulders stacked over wrists, belly pulls in. We'll stay here for 5. We're going to bring in a chaturanga here in 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift forward with the shoulders over fingertips, lower halfway. Press up to cobra or up dog on your in-breath. Send the hips high as you roll over those toes on your out-breath for downward facing dog. And you're always welcome to take the knees as you move from a back bend to a downward facing dog. Come high into toes, roll forward to plank. Take it slowly here. We'll lower to the mat in a 5 count. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Hands are under your shoulders. Inhale, head and chest them up to cobra. Exhale, release that to the mat. Inhale, head and chest come up again. This time that right leg bends. Support with the hands. And we'll send everything back down. Inhale, we lift up again, and the left leg bends. Heel towards the back of the head. And sending it all the way down. Curl the toes under. Press up to plank. Holding here. Let's tap right toes off and then the left. So we're alternating these toe taps. maintaining the integrity of this plank. So the tailbone is tucked. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift forward, 1 chaturanga, cobra or up dog in breath, and downward facing dog on our out breath. Take some petals, reset the spine, and when you're ready, send the right toes to the sky. Bring right knee to right elbow, give it a tap. Inhale up, right to right tricep. Can you get it higher on each one we go through? Inhale up, right to right. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Send that right leg back. Now step that right foot through, place it between your hands. Walk everything over to the left side. Feet are parallel. Grab opposite elbows. Let the head hang and put a big sway between your inner ankles. Your sway can be a bounce. It can go side to side. It can look like a figure 8. Really want to get the back of the legs warmed up in Sculpt. Come back to center. Bring the hands under the shoulders. Take a halfway lift. Fold it down. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Set that left knee down. Now, I have my medium weights, and for me, those are 5s. And I'm going to put them in the corners right here, right by my foot. So lift those weights up. Bring those weights to chest. Right at your heart. Lift the weights overhead. Bring them behind you in a tricep lift and lift. So lower and lift. Really try to stack that right knee over that right ankle for stability. Keep the elbows in tight. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way down to center. Set the weights in each corner. Plant the palms. Bring right foot back to meet left. Bring that left hand in the middle of the mat. Roll to the knife edge of the left foot. We'll grab that weight in the right hand. You can always set that left knee down. We'll do a side plank weave. Lift and weave. Here's 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Can you hold right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way back and set that weight in the corner. We're rebuilding a plank if you can. Now shift forward, 1 chaturanga, cobra or up dog in breath, downward facing dog out breath. Bring your feet together. Let's catch a breath here. Inhale high into toes. Exhale out your mouth, sink the heels. Inhale high. Exhale, sink. Inhale high last time. And exhale, sink, let it go. When you're ready, left leg goes to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Left to left tricep. Can you get it higher? And up, left to left tricep. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Send that left leg back. Step that left foot through. Place it between your hands. We'll take our prasarita feet to the other side here. Right hand plants under your gaze. Left hand to left hip. Float that left arm up. Stack the shoulders. Get some opening through the chest. And bring that left hand down. Right hand roots to right hip. We'll float that right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, bring that down. We'll bring our hands under the shoulders. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Set that right knee down. Grab your weights. We meet with our weights at the chest. Then we lift over to start our exercise. Lower and lift. Elbows staying tight. Left knee stacked over that left ankle. Here's 5, 4. Side plank is next. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights to chest. Set them in the corners. Plant the palms. Peel that right knee off the mat. Left foot comes back to meet right. This time, right hand in the middle. Grab that weight in the left hand. You can also do those weaves without a weight. Here's 5. We'll hold at the bottom in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weights to that shoulder, set it in the corner, plant your palms, high plank pose, shift forward, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog. A couple more pedals here. Reset. And slowly start to walk the feet up towards those weights. We will grab them, set them by our feet, take a halfway lift without the weights. Exhale, full drop the head. Now grab the weights, a slow ragdoll roll up. I'm going to face you for this next one. So we'll meet in a goddess pose. And as you know, with signature sculpt, we kind of learn the moves first, and then we get to it later in practice. So you will see this exercise again. We're in our goddess feet and then goddess legs. So knees and toes tracking the same direction. Bring your hands together. So weights are in your hand right at your heart. Bring that elbow to the right side. Open up together. And left side. Open up together. Center. Keep moving through this. But really stay low in the quads. This is too much. You're just going from side to side. Right? Open, together, center, left, open, together, center. Keep going. And we have one more time each side. Doing great. I know you're smiling out there. Stay right here, go low. All right, stir that pot. One direction. We're not forgetting about those legs. We're making sure that we're maintaining the integrity of the squat. Let's go the other direction. Stirring the pot. One more time. All right, bring those weights to your heart and pulse. Elbows out wide. Legs are fatigued. This is where the work is. Here's 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, and drop those weights or lower the weights. We'll put them in the corner. And then I want you to grab your heavies. This will be the only time we use our heavies. And then we'll finish with our mediums. But we just want to make sure we're building muscle. So meet with your feet between hip and shoulder distance apart. Let's bring our weights by our side. Set it down and lift. So kind of a suitcase lift here. Weights by your side. Not many reps here. Here's 4, 3, 2, adding on in 1. Here we go. Shoulders, press up. Shoulders, squat. Shoulders, press up. Shoulders. Can you send the tailbone back instead of down? There you go. We have 4 more. Doing great. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Let's turn it into an Arnold squat. So turn those palms around so they face the shoulders. Sink down to it and then press up. So there's a little twisting happening with the shoulders and the elbows. Use your legs here. They have the power. 4 more. Here's 4, 3. I know it's hard. 2 and 1. All right, bring it back. Sit down into that. Lower the weights. Bend at the elbows. Send it to that 45-degree angle. Lots going on here, folks. Sit back in those quads. Really active in the glutes. Here's 8, 7. Doing great. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, straighten the legs. Send one weight to the floor. We have 1 weight left. Okay. We're going to maintain that squat. Legs go out. Squat and lift. So the weight isn't going below our shoulders. You're really hanging on. So engaged through the core. Not going super fast. Doing great. Here's 5, 4. Use the core. 3, 2, and 1. curtsy on the left side, bring that back, forward, and on the right. But really get down in the knees. Easy to stay lifted in a curtsy. See if you can really get down there. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights to chest. Set them in the corner. We won't need our heavy weights anymore. And we're going to line up like we did at the beginning of practice with the weights at the top of the mat. 1 in each corner, and I'm using the medium weight. So let's meet in a downward facing dog. Catch breath. This is that time to get a drink. Towel off if you need to. We're almost there. Right leg goes high. Right knee, right elbow. And up. Knee to nose. And up. Right to left. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Send that right leg back. Step that right foot through. Place it between your hands. Grab the weights. And in our signature sculpt method, they start at the hips first thing in this high lunge. 8 pulses. 8. Hovering in 4, 3, 2, hover right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now straighten that left leg. Bring the weights out for a 2-beat count. All right, here we go. 2 beats and straighten. 2 beats and straighten. 2, 2. This is a long hold here. You're doing great. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it back. Bring the weights to heart. Step that left foot up to meet right. We'll meet in this chair pose and just start with a pulse right here. Here's 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2. Stay down low. Lower the weights. Hammer curl. So pull that in. Little squeeze at the top. Here's 8 and 7. Doing great. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Bring those weights to chest. Maintain this bend in the knees. Tap the right foot out and in, out and in. I know your quads are killing you. We're almost there. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Now tap that right leg up and tap it down. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that right foot in. And we will set it down, forward fold. Set the weights in the corner. Take a halfway lift and fold it down. Walk it back to that downward facing dog. All right, we'll get back to that. Bring the right leg to the sky. We'll stay on that right leg. Step it through, place it between your hands. Grab the weights. They're going to start at our chest, but we're going to move over to this side where we're in this goddess pose. So sit into this. All right, we start with a pulse. 5 and 4. Doing great. 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, right elbow taps that right quad and then open up. Back together, center, left, open, together, center. Keep moving through this. We've been here before. One more time each side. Lower reps. Bring it back to center. Stir the pot. Get low. Maybe even lower than you did. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Other direction. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. All right. Bring it back to center. Straighten the legs. Pivot towards the top. Set them in the corner. Plant the palms. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Let's shift forward for 1 chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Breathe in and knees go wide. Sit it back to a child's pose just to catch our breath. Breathing in and out. Slowing down the breath. Recommitting to the last bit of practice here. We just have to get that other side and then we hit the mat. Chin to chest, roll yourself up really around the spine. Walk those hands in a little. Walk the knees in so they're under the hips. Curl the toes under, left the hips high. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Left knee, left elbow. And up. Knee to nose. And up. Left to right, hold for 3, 2, 1. Send that left leg back. Step that left foot through, place between your hands. We grab the weights. They start at our hips. Lift that shoulder right over the hips. Let's pulse for 8. You got it. Hovering in 4, 3, 2, hover right here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 2 beat hold and then a straighten. 2 beats and straighten. 2 beats. 2 beats. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. All right, bring it back. Weights come to chest. Bend right knee. Right foot comes up to meet left. Meet in the middle of the mat. Start with a pulse here. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the weights. Hammer curl. Pull it in. Here's 4, 3. Stay low. 2 and 1. Meet with the chest. Weights at the chest. Tap the left toes out and back. We're really light on the toes. Here's 4. Almost there. 3, 2. Keep it out there. And 1. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights in. The left leg in. Set the weights down in the corner. Take a halfway lift. Hold it down. Walk, step, jump back to plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Elbow straight back, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg goes high, almost there. Step it through, place it between your hands. Grab the weights, and we'll meet in goddess pose on the other side. Starting with a pulse. Here's 6. Elbows out wide. 3, 2, hold it low for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left elbow to left knee. Open it up. Together. Center. Right to right quad. Open. Together. Center. Keep going. Use those obliques to lift you up so you can get back to center, and then the other side. Doing good. Almost there. One more time each side. Left. Open. Center. Right. Open. Together. Center. Stir the pot. Really commit. Those knees are bent. One more time this way. And stir in the other direction. Weights are pressed together. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. All right, straighten through the legs. We'll pivot to the top. Set them down. Left, the palms plant. Left foot comes back to meet right. Shift forward to chaturanga, cobra or up dog. And get back into that child's pose again. Maybe a rock side to side with a forehead. Almost done. Chin to chest, roll yourself up, grow long in the arms. Walk those knees together. Cross the feet at the ankles and sit your tailbone back. So we'll meet with the tailbone in the middle of your mat. Legs are about hip distance apart. Toes are peeled back towards your face. Circle sweep your arms up. Drop the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, reach for those feet. Drop the head. But it's really chest towards the top of the feet. Let's do a little bit more shoulder strengthening. So let that go. Plant those heels, plant the feet. Take your hands cross at the wrist. Grab the bottom of the right foot. Pull that knee in and press the foot into the fingers. The idea here is to get that nose close to the knee. For stretching the back of the legs, you can stay here, or you can keep that left hand on the outside of the right knee. Right hand can come behind you, just getting a deeper stretch. The right arm can reach behind you, kind of as leverage. Or you can join me, plant the right hand, walk the left foot up. Press that right foot off, or the right hip off the mat. Really pressing through the right hand and the left foot. Pressing the left fingers into the bottom of the right foot. We'll hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the tailbone down. Extend the legs and just kind of kick it out a bit. All right. Bending the knees, take the hands cross at the wrist. Grab the outside of the left foot, press foot into fingers and get that kneecap as close to you as you can to the nose. Knees are slightly bent. That is always okay. Right hand stays on the outside of the left foot. You can plant the left hand and just take this back a little bit more. Or reach the left arm back. Or plant left hand and right foot. Walk that right foot up and really press through the heel of the left hand to lift the tailbone up the mat. Stretch out that right shoulder blade. We're staying for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the tailbone down. Extend the legs and kick it out just a bit. I'm just kind of kicking it, jiggling around. Plant the feet, walk the tailbone up, arms reach out, palms are facing each other. Take an inhale, and exhale, slowly roll onto your back. Pull your knees along with you and rock side to side. Press the small of the back into the mat. Just a little bit of abs here before we end our practice. Plant the feet, right ankle goes on left quad. So flex the right foot and take this opportunity to stretch out that right side body, that right hip. Press the right knee away. You can also pull that left knee in and hug it out. Wherever you're at, set that left foot down. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows go wide. Keeping the right knee wide, we're going to crunch it up, really lift the entire part of the body from above the belly button to the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the crunch, bring the left foot off the mat. Keep crunching. All right, set the head down and lift, lower and lift. Here's 4, 3, left leg, it stays at tabletop. 2, and 1. Hold this crunch, extend the left leg, drop and hover left leg and lift it up. 5, doing great, almost there you guys. Here's 3, and 2, and 1. Pulse it out low for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in, release the hands, bring the hands on the shins and rock side to side. Soften the shoulders. One more side. Set the feet on the mat, left ankle, right quad, press the left knee away. Here's that opportunity to get a good stretch in. We'll pick up that right leg if you like and hug that shin in, rock side to side, or you can stay in that stationary pose. Wherever you're at, set that foot down, hands behind your head. It's just cradling the back of the head. The fingers are interlaced. The elbows are wide. We'll start with that crunch lift. Remembering we're lifting towards the ceiling from the belly button all the way to the crown. 4 more. Here's 4. Right leg to tabletop and 3, 2, 1. Hold the crunch. Right foot lifts off the mat. Lower and lift. Really press that left ankle to the right quad. 3 more. Here's 3. Hold the crunch in 2, and 1. Extend the right leg. Drop and hover. So we're still pressing that left ankle and right quad. Here's 3. We hold at the bottom in 2, and 1. Hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the knees in, release the hands, rock side to side. And plant the feet the width of the mat. Cactus the arms. Just let the knees slide from side to side with a gentle windshield wiper. Heels should be comfortably away from the bottom. The next time your knees point to the right side, just allow them to fall there. Breathe. And now we'll turn that focus to the breath and how we can extend that inhale and exhale. Walk the knees up and we will gently drop them to the other side. Bring the knees up, happy baby. So releasing the feet off the mat. Bend the knees, take your fingers and grab the toes or the inside or outside of both feet. Rock your baby side to side if that feels good, or you can just work on pulling those kneecaps down. Bring the knees together, slide that right knee on top of left, and then hug those shins in. You can stay here doing this, or let the hands slide down the shins, capture the top of the feet, draw those footprints down. And you should really feel this in the hip, the shoulder blades stay anchored. Turn attention to breath. Pull those knees up, unravel, and we'll flip that to the other side. You can pull the shins in or grab the feet and draw those footprints down. You can flutter the eyes closed if you feel ready. Bringing the knees up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees go wide. Arms in a low V by your side, and ever so slowly, the knife edge of the feet land on the mat. The knees go wide, the pelvis relaxes. Move those heels comfortably away from the bottom. Palms can be down, gathering energy. Palms can be up. We'll just stay for a moment here, trying to maintain this hip opening. You can stay here. You can start to extend those heels by straightening the legs out. I need to move my weights either side. And just settling the shoulder blades into the mat, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And taking some deep breaths. Let that breath originate from the low belly. Let it travel all the way up to the mid belly and then to the base of the throat, really expanding the lungs. And a slow breath out your mouth or your nose as you just let it all go. You soften and melt into the mat. Be mindful of how that breath, that inhale, lifts the body, how it lengthens the spine through the crown of the head. And then notice how that exhale just softens the back part of the body or any part of the body that's touching the mat. And also soften the front part of the body. As you breathe in, filling from the low belly, the mid belly, all the way up to the base of the throat. And as you exhale, do you notice any sticky parts of the body, something that's a little bit uncomfortable? Can you send any healing, softening breath to that body part? A couple more breaths here before we end our practice. Turn that focus inward. Feeling the heartbeat slow down. The breath is softening. The body is now still. And the mind is quiet. Sometimes the hardest thing, the hardest pose in yoga is keeping still. We'll take 3 big breaths to end our practice. But we're still turning that focus on staying very present on the body, taking up mind and space. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth or your nose. Last one, biggest one of the day. And exhale. Bringing your hands to your heart, we find a prayer. Bringing that prayer to your third eye. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.